Hey guys, Bionic here, and welcome back to yet another episode of Genshin Impact. It's actually episode 13, which I was really surprised about because I kind of lost count at this point. But last time we were on Genshin Impact, we had just talked about summoning Dvalin since we fixed the Holy Lyre, and so we're just headed up to this cliff, and we probably will have another interaction with Dvalin and see where that all goes. But if you like this series, feel free to like the video and, of course, subscribe. That way, you get notified when the next episode comes out. Alright, let's get into this video. Looks like we have some mail and some achievements to go over, so I'm going to do those real quick. Oh, this is nice. Thank you letter to all travelers. Dear traveler, the road behind us is paved with memories, and now the next chapter of our journey awaits. Thanks to your support, Genshin Impact has won the PlayStation Partner Awards 2024 Excellence Award. As a token of our gratitude, we will be giving away a total of 1,000 Primogems December 4th through December 8th. Thank you for accompanying us on this journey. Well, sweet. I will definitely claim those, and I guess we'll be logging in to get more of those later on in the week. Also, we got an achievement in the Challengers series. Stop an Abyss Mage from regenerating its ward. I think that's about it, but let me just double check. There's so many of these now. But for now, let's go ahead and head up. Oh wait, hold on. There's one more thing. We have this question mark thing up here. All right. Pyro Abyss Mage. Uses a Pyro ward to protect itself. Perhaps you can break down its defenses with Electro or other elemental attacks that react with Pyro. Large Cryo Slime. This is what we saw when we were running away and didn't really get a whole big interaction with. A slime that uses a frozen cryo ward to protect itself. If you use Pyro or other reactive elemental attacks, perhaps you can break through its defenses. Okay, it has a similar one to the Pyro Mage and probably to the Cryo Mage too. But it's basically just saying like it uses this specific element to protect itself. Alright, let's go ahead and head up, shall we?
Everyone is finally here.
Yes, we are here.
What a view! Lovely for a fated reunion, isn't it?
I hope it's a fated reunion and not a massacre.
Well, we must be prepared for a fight.
Regardless of the outcome, things finally seem to be taking a turn for the better. Mondstadt has really been going through so much recently.
It seems like it. We have Fatui on one side and Dvalin on the other.
Huh. In the end, the solution to our problem was as simple as a traveler in a song.
I hope so. I don't think it's going to be quite as simple as we think, though.
I suppose the Knights of Favonius may have played a part in it too.
Oh, we get it, Master Diluc. Everyone, please step aside.
Okay.
I, the best wandering bard of the mortal world, shall begin my performance with the Holy Lyre.
We've got it. Good luck, Venti.
Why do I see sadness in your eyes? Sadness that speaks of your yearning for this song.
We are communicating. Huh?
No! Don't depart! Do not be fooled by him, dear dragon. He left you to rot alone.
Abyss mages are behind this.
He attempts to deceive you once more.
Beatles!
Let your wrath fester. Mondstadt has already turned its back on you.
You were planning this all along to have me slain by them!
No, listen to me!
The time has come for the dragon to serve its true master. While you beware your magnetic cells, watch the world tremble with fear.
Dvalin.
Venti, please, be careful.
You've known my true identity for some time now, haven't you, Jean?
I would say it was pretty obvious.
Though, I thank you for continuing to use the name Venti.
How's the Holy Lyre? Can it still be played, or does it need to be repaired?
Unfortunately, I think it's beyond repair.
We can't let the Abyss mage get away with this.
You're right. If we don't fight the evil at its source, then we can't save Dvalin at all.
In which case, I shall call upon Outrider Amber to track it down.
We will track it down with her.
No need.
Why is that?
I eradicated one not long ago, in one of the Four Winds temples.
Ah, right. The test scene that we saw with Kaya.
What? When?
If you want to track those monsters down, then I'll seek answers from my contacts. I've got other means for getting the job done.
Diluc. Though he dislikes the Knights of Favonius, he protects Mondstadt in his own way.
Oh? Why does our little Paimon sound so doting all of a sudden?
To be fair, we really don't know anything about Paimon. Like, maybe Paimon is like 1,000-year-old, like, deity or something.
Wait for my word.
Diluc.
I'll be sure to let the Abyss Order know that their blatant disregard for Mondstadt will not go unpunished.
Thank you. Oh, what? Lumine, what are you doing here?
Your Highness, your humble servant returns. When your homeland returns to this world, we shall revel in its glory.
What? I hadn't remembered that Lumine was part of this. Ah, rank 18. Okay. So something I wanted to actually say as well to this is I hadn't actually known that Dvalin had voice lines. Because once again, I kind of skipped through all the voice lines and just to get to the story. And I say to get to the story, to get to the gameplay. And so I never knew Dvalin had a voice in this. And so that was kind of cool to hear. But also, like, there's so much that I missed, and I only stopped for the parts where I was like, whoa, that's crazy! Like, the Lumine part. And just in case y'all are wondering, Lumine is the name of Aether, our main character's sister. But it looks like before we head over to do some of these quests that just popped up, looks like we have some new achievements that we can look at. Oh, sweet. It's because we finished one of the story quests that we have a few things. So let's go ahead and grab those. And then we will go to our character profile. Okay, we have some new artifacts, and we have something we can add to Aether's constellation. But I think that has to do with an item we just got, so I'm going to go ahead and find it and then read that description for y'all. There's a lot of things we haven't read in a while. Okay, I think that the description of the Holy Lyre doesn't really change very much. So I will probably just leave this up on the screen for a second, but the real thing I wanted to go and see, oh yeah, we got one of those now too, is, oh, did it not appear in here? I thought it would have appeared in here. No, not there, not there. I guess it doesn't appear. Hmm. Maybe I can read the description of it before I give it to him. But you saw that little item that appeared? It's this thing. So it's called Memory of Roving Gales. And this is in connection to the constellations. Now I'll give you kind of a quick tutorial on basically what this is like. So, the missing star from the talents of an animo aligned traveler. And we can get it through a few different sources, including the shop that we went to on day one. But this part of his constellation will give him a power called Raging Vortex. The Palm Vortex pulls in opponents and objects within a 5-meter radius. Okay, so the um, our initial power, the one where we do the wind in our hands, instead of just having to be within a small range of something to attack it, it now will pull things in towards it. I'll activate that real quick. And now the symbol appears. And as we go back, let's see, we can see that that part of it is now shining. But every single character in Genshin Impact has a different constellation. And as you collect more of the same character, then these will unlock. The only one who really has a difference in that is Aether, because they get their powers directly from the statues and things like that. So we have to travel around and unlock all of these in order to get the full constellation, versus every other character is just a character that needs to be pulled by chance in order to get them completed. So now I'm going to actually head over to the wishing thing. So the wishes haven't changed. I've heard the guy in the hoodie, uh, Orion, I think is what he's called. He is pretty cool, but I am going to still wait on doing any more pulls until there's either a character that we really want to pull for, or until we want to use all 90 pulls to get someone even better. For now, let's go ahead and see what quests we have. Okay, so we have our daily commissions. Then we have our some new world quests, and then we don't have access to Act 3 just yet, but we do have access to a story quest, The Little Chef on a Hunt. So let's see. Let's go ahead and do one of these world quests. And then next time we will get started into this one, the little chief on a hunt. Plus, they'll give us time at the end to kind of go over and read a bunch of stuff that we haven't read through. Because I've kind of been saving up stuff so that we can just kind of choose a specific section and go over a bunch. All right. Call of the Mystic Martial Arts. An adventurer wants to seek out the legendary martial arts of Liwei. I think that's how it's called. Yet, not sooner had they set foot on the road than they ran into mortal danger. Let's go ahead and head over to help them. Think it was somewhere over here. Let me see if there's a teleport point that's closer by. Oh yeah, yeah. I will not be walking that whole distance. So it will take me like 30 minutes to get there. Help, help! Is there anyone out there who can save me? Whoa, it seems like she's not gonna last much longer. I think that's something about helping, probably. Probably. Alright. So, as you can see with that power, I just used the constellation right there because it pulled them in this time. And,
Windblade!
alright. Oh, goodness. Oh, joy. Alright, Noelle. Let's go ahead and change to you.
As a good night cheer.
I'm grateful that she has a shield because that helps to block a bunch of the attacks. Alright. Oh, did the other guy just go away? Okay. Alright. Genshin? Again, I'm gonna butcher names here. Phew. Saved at last. Thank you so much. I am called Genshin. As you can see, I'm an adventurer. Someone as skilled as you is surely not an ordinary person. Are you a well-meaning knight, or perhaps an errant hero wandering the land? Hmm, I am but a passing traveler. Paimon's name is Paimon, and he's Aether. Who also happens to be a member of the Adventurers Guild. So you are an adventurer after all, and quite an experienced one at that. You are able to dispose of such powerful monsters so easily. There really always is a bigger fish. Whereas for me, in training, I can easily remember what to do, but the second that I have to do it for real, my body doesn't listen to me. I think everyone has those kind of fears. It's kind of like the fight or flight response. Do I really have to train for another 3 to 5 years, like my teacher said? But it'll totally be humiliating if I go back empty handed like this. Sobs. I'm not an actor, I'm not gonna attempt to make cry noises. It's probably just because we have more experience. It took us a long time and a lot of battles before we got this strong. Uh, it's also important to judge a situation, I would say. Yeah, if you tell an enemy is way above your pay grade, it's better to get out while you still can. Don't try and be a hero. This is coming from the duo that faced off against Dvalin on the first day. But, you know, I see. Now that's experience talking. It seems I still have to hone my skills as I travel. Are you on a journey as well? Yes, I'm planning on a trip to Liyue. Have you heard of the martial arts of Liyue? I have heard people can fly from rooftop to rooftop and run up walls, harden their skin so weapons can't pierce them, and even split iron like it was kindling. That kind of sounds like a bit much, but if I could find a master to teach me a thing or two, I bet the whole adventuring thing would be a lot easier for me. For as much as teaching is a good thing, it also comes from experience. But to be perfectly honest, I'm a member of the Adventurers Guild for quite some time now. This is my first time going on a long trip. And no sooner had I left the city than found my way blocked by monsters. Can I really make it to Liyue in one piece? I guess we'll travel there, but would you care to join us? Really? Or is it possible someone as experienced as you is also seeking someone of great prowess? Not really. We're just traveling across all the nations of Tevat for, reasons. We can tell her. It's not like it's a big secret. Though we don't really know Liyue all that well, we were planning on going there sooner or later anyways. Since we're headed the same way, we can watch each other's backs. Wow, I never imagined being able to work with an adventurer as accomplished as yourself. There's hope for my journey after all. Let me lead the way then. I've studied the map carefully before I left, so there's no way I'll get lost. Okay, we'll see about that. Hmm. I know that she's headed that way, and we can just kind of stop a quest where we're at. I might actually switch to something else because I don't really want to go to Liyue just yet because that's the next region, and we haven't finished all of our quests in Mondstadt. So instead, even though that's a terrible thing for me to do, I'm just gonna have her wait on me. Okay, let's actually go and take this quest real quick. New Horizons of Adventure. Looks like Catherine has something to tell you. Complete this quest to unlock commissions for the way. Alright. Sorry, lady. I'll probably see you in like 15 or 20 episodes when the main arc of Mondstadt is over with. Alright. I don't like you guys very much. Maybe I'll try talking to you in a bit, but for now, let's head this way. Hello, Catherine.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
Thank you. Mm, are there any new commissions? Greetings, traveler. The tales of your deeds are now known to all in Mondstadt. Continue in this fashion and you'll be destined to become one of the great adventurers of our age. Got anything for me to do? If you wish to be a great adventurer, there comes a time when you must move beyond the places you know. Now you have amassed such a wealth of adventuring experience, perhaps it is time that you explore somewhere new. Take this letter and deliver it to Liyue Catherine. There's a Catherine in Liyue, too? Yes, I'm sure you will have no trouble finding her. Great. My one thing I wanted to try and do was stay in Mondstadt, but it seems like all of the quests that aren't daily commissions are all headed over to this other place. Anyway, once Leeway Catherine has the letter, she will need your point of contact there for all your adventuring needs. Of course, whenever you come back to Mondstadt, I will still be delighted to be of service. I would ask you to refrain from opening the letter en route. If anything were to fall out, it would cause complications. Adventurer, the time has come for you to take the next step towards the stars and the abyss. Ad Astra Abyssosk. Okay, so
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
sorry I cut you off. I'm gonna grab this real quick, and then let's actually take some time real quick. I don't know how many wishes I have for the standard banner. Okay, just one. Let's see. What do I want to do? So I don't know what the difference is between. Oh, they're just to unlock specific things. Okay. Um. Well, I guess I'll have those two quests open. I wanted to get this key because this goes to something that's kind of interesting in Mondstadt. But once again, I don't really want to travel all the way over to Liyue because we haven't completed all the main story quests. So, let's go ahead
Ad
and
Astra
just see.
Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
I wanted to give you that because I skipped over it before. Um, let's see. We don't have anything else. It's probably unlocked later, but farewell, adventure, and thank you for supporting the Adventurers Guild. Let's see. Yeah, I don't want to start something too big. So, what I might actually end up doing is dedicate the rest of this episode to reading over different items. So, of course, if that isn't your thing, then thank you for watching up to this point. But for now, I think I'm actually going to go over some. Let's see. We can go for some weapons and things like that now. Let's go to. We'll go ahead and read a few bows this time. Looks like we have 4 different ones. Let's go by type. Um, did I read this one already? Yes, I think I did. Alright. So we already read the Ordinary Hunter's Bow, but now we have the Seasoned Hunter's Bow. Let's get the details on this. Seasoned Hunter's Bow. Bow that what has been well polished by time and meticulously cared for by its owner. It feels also like an extension of an archer's arm. Oh, not too long. This'll be perfect. A seasoned adventurer's bow. A hunter must always be downwind and must never walk bright on a mountain's ridge. It matters not if a target is a beast, monster, or the wicked. This method remains the same. It sounds more like an instruction manual than anything, but I can appreciate it for that. Let's see. I think these two are the same. Yeah. Raven bow. Ravens are known to be ferrymen of the dead. This bow's limb is decorated with raven feathers, um, which forebound the imminent death of its target. Or forebode, excuse me. Okay. Hmm. I actually really like that design. Let's see. Description. Ravens are messengers of death. Placing this feather on the limb of one's bow declares the death of one's prey, or so the claimed the weapons vendors. I kind of can appreciate that too. I feel like what's nice about this is even though it looks like it's somewhat like a left or right-handed bow. I'm terrible with identifying these things, but I know people who can. It looks somewhat equally balanced that you could use it with either hand. Now for the Sharpshooter's Oath. You have 4 of these. Alright. This superior bow once belonged to a master archer. However, it gives off a strong scent, thus making it unsuitable for hunting. Interesting. A long time ago, in a place far, far away, tragedy struck. Brothers took arms against each other. One among them was a great archer. After suffering a humiliating defeat, he made a vow. Until I have brought down my enemies, until I have pierced their throats and their blood has run dry, I shall not clean my feet. And so the great archer fell prey to a foot infection. I was expecting something way more cool than that, and I'm almost disappointed, but it's also like kind of funny. All right, my guy. I hope that your bow doesn't stink as much as your feet did. Maybe I'll have to give this a wash. And then I think we already read this one. Let me just double check. Maybe not. I'll just read it just in case. It is said that this bow can shoot down eagles in flight, but ultimately how true that is depends on the skill of the archer. I kind of like the green with the black around it. It kind of is a kind of sleeker design, I feel like. A recurve bow exquisitely made from wood bones and animal tendons. Oh, dang. In the hands of a masterful archer, it can shoot down eagles in flight. It is the pride of a hunter and proof of mastery. Pity the innocent eagles. That's kind of sad, but that is some gorgeous craftsmanship. I wonder if the handle there, like that white part, is actually animal bone that's been crafted into that handle, or what it may be. And then the last bow we have is called the Slingshot. I like the wood craftsmanship on this one. Let's see. A bow, despite the name. After countless experiments and improvements to the design, the creator of the ultimate slingshot found himself to have made what was actually a bow. That's kind of funny. One who wished to improve the range and accuracy of slingshots discovered that power increases range but costs accuracy. So slingshot rocks were replaced with long wooden poles that sported feathers for stability. The slingshot's limbs were lengthened and the ends recurved to increase pull. It then dawned on him that he had made a bow. Well, I appreciate him for his craftsmanship. It's a very sleek design that also kind of reminds me of like the fairy tale whimsy of bows. Like a lot of the other ones look like almost modern day sort of bows, but this one gives almost like a fantasy sort of feel to it. And maybe that's just because of the wood craftsmanship along both of the parts of the bow, but I really like it. Next, I think we have read about the blood tainted great sword, and of course we've read about these two as well, but we need to read about the club and this other one as well. For Feroce Shadow. I'm probably butchering that. Um, oh, that's really nice. A replica of the famed sword of Arendulin, the Lion of Light. Feel the power of a legendary hero as you hold this sword in your hand. Imagine yourself as the great warrior himself. And note, daydreaming is not recommended in live combat. Ooh, it's kind of a lighter colored metal than I thought it would be. Like it almost looks white in the pictures, and maybe that's just because of the care that's been taken to like continue to develop it. But that's a beautiful sword. When the young Arundel swung his replica greatsword, modeled after the one wielded by Ravenwood the Knight of Barros, imagining that he was cutting the old nobles of Modshead down, he never envisioned that he would one day become the renowned Lion of Light. Nor did he envision that his playmate, Rostam, with whom he sparred in his childhood, would grow up to become his most trusted right-hand man, before going on to die in the course of duty, having served the people of Mondstadt for 23 years. The replica of the replica of the Lion of Light's greatsword is now in the hands of another youngster. How will this famous, mysterious fate be passed on? Now for the debate club. I wonder where it got that name. A handy club made of fine steel, the most persuasive line of reasoning in any debater's arsenal. If you don't agree with me, I'm going to crush your head with my club. That's the sort of feeling that it gives. um, okay, we already read that. A persuasive tool sure to turn the tide of a heated argument in the wielder's favor. Gratitude to add weight to one's words, useful in any argument, no matter who the opponent, to convince them to listen to reason. In short, people listened to the pearls of wisdom. Ultimately, production was forcibly ended due to mass protests. The need of the many outweigh the needs of the one. Well, the needs of the many is not being crushed by a spiky club when people are having an argument. But it's still a cool weapon nonetheless. I might leave it there at claymores and bows because I also wanted to briefly go in and read some more about some of our characters. So I wonder if Aether's actually got anything new on his profile. He has. Okay. So we read story 1 before, but now we have thing about the vision. Vision. When faced with circumstances they cannot control, humans often bemoan their powerlessness. But if a person is found to have surpassed ambition, even as their life reaches such a desperate turning point, then the gods would look upon them with favor. This favor is the vision, an external magical focus given to those who have been acknowledged by the gods, which they can use to channel elemental power. Celestia, the city that I pointed out last episode, is the realm of gods, and the wielders of the visions walk the earth below. When they depart from this world, the chosen will ascend. After coming to this world, you often hear people speak of such things. You, for your part, can never receive a vision, for an alien life form does not belong. Is it wise to allow a moment's ambition to dominate one's entire life? You have needed to consider many such thought-provoking questions, ones that require lengthy consideration during your journey through many worlds. I do wonder what their story is beyond the story of Tevat. Like, one of the things, there's another game called Honkai Star Rail, and that's like a futuristic one where they travel from planet to planet. But I can't help but wonder if, despite like how similar what they're wearing in garb to like this world's people, is somehow connected to one of the worlds we might visit later on in Honkai Star Rail. Of course, if y'all do want me to play Honkai Star Rail alongside Genshin Impact so that we might be able to theorize and make connections about that together, then feel free to let me know in the comments below if that's something that you would be interested in. We've already looked over Amber's story, but oh, we have already done Noel's too. Let's do our last character then. Uh, I am going to have her introduce herself so that I can get her name correct.
Oh, hey there. I'm Kuki Shinobu, deputy leader of the
Okay, it
Arataki
is
Gang.
Kooky.
We offer a wide range of services, including but not limited to transport and logistics, security, home repair, and musical performances. Please feel free to contact me if you need anything. Here's my card.
So I might end up going through these later on because as we continue to develop friendships with characters, it's this little bar right here, then oftentimes we'll get to hear more about their story. So I'll probably go through and listen to the voiceovers another day. But for now, let's read a little bit about her in her main description, and then we'll go to her story too. Kuki Shinobu. Voice Kira Buckland. Birthday the 7th, not the 7th, July 27th. Affiliation Arataki Gang. Vision Electro Constellation Tribulate Tribulatio Dempetio. Probably butchering that again, but it's okay. The capable and reliable Arataki Gang deputy leader. Please note the capability and reliability are not appellations for the Arataki Gang, but for their deputy leader in specific. Okay, so basically, she's reliable. The rest of them really aren't. Ooh, I like where her vision is put. It's kind of put into this almost samurai looking like armor. Like it's part hoodie and part armor. That is so cool. I wonder if we get more characters from this region. I think she's from Inazuma, which is the third region. Then we'll probably be able to get to know more about her. Let's see. Oh, it just has it right here too. Let's see. Story. Ooh, it has one about her mask. That'd be cool. Character details. In the Arataki gang, where swagger and commotion is something of an aesthetic, the ever-masked and low-key Kuki Shinobu, the gang's second in command, stands out all the more against the backdrop of the other, more glamorous members. I thought I'd say glamorous. No matter what sort of mess the others have gotten themselves into, this deputy is often able to solve their problems in a manner that is both professional and highly efficient. Making some snacks for children who had theirs snatched away, giving scratched lacquerware a new coat of paint, and serving as an advocate for detained comrades. Such are her skills that onlookers often wonder if there's anything she cannot do. She states, I wouldn't say that I'm certified for everything. There are some industries that just don't have the standardized assessments, so there's no way to sit for any such tests. Her displeasure finds eloquent expression even behind her mask. Also, how can there be lines of work where you can find employment without the right qualification? It boggles the mind. Equally mind-boggling, perhaps, is the fact that her deep puzzlement is just as contagious. Interesting. Well, I really appreciate her character. I also think that her design just looks really cool. Something I like about specifically later characters is oftentimes you will meet them in like the actual story itself rather than them just popping up as characters like Noelle. Like I feel like with Noelle and Amber and Kaya and even Lisa, we don't really get to know a whole lot about them early on, but it's still good nonetheless. Let's see. So I have 4 pieces of the adventures stuff on me. I'm going to switch to this. That's a little bit better. And then we will add on this as well. Okay, so his HP's been increased at least a little bit. I'll have to go back after this episode and just double check which of the characters I have or not which of the characters, which of the items I've looked at and which I haven't. That way, in the next episode, I may be able to read off some of the descriptions for y'all. Let me just make sure all their artifacts are filled. And then I'm actually going to go through and let's take this one, level it up real quick. Also probably level hers up too. But it's good to have these leveled up, so let's go ahead and enhance this a little bit. Oh, sweet, we have one of those. Let's do one for him. Sweet. That added a lot more HP, and let's also use one on her. This is something nice that you can actually do leveling up stuff on other characters' profiles. Oh, that also got HP. That's also nice. And then, was there any other characters? Okay, I could level up hers again. I might switch Noelle to this. Even though, okay, she only has 1 piece for that one. So I'm going to go back, and since I already have that as a feather, I'm going to use that as material to help her out. So let's go to here. Let's go to this feather. So they both do attack. Let's switch to this one because I'll have a little bit more attack. And then we'll enhance it with this one. Let's go ahead and enhance that. And then was there anything for Amber that was 3 stars? There isn't. I can switch her over to this one. That does attack more than health. But that might be nice so that she can have a 3-star one too. So I don't think she has any other 3 stars in items. Yeah, no, she doesn't. Alright. I'm just doing a quick bit of organizing. Like, let's switch her over to this one, because that'll be a little bit easier. Oh, wait, actually, let me switch her to this one. And then do I want to increase her attack or increase her health? Let's go ahead and increase her attack by switching her over to this one and enhancing this one with these. If I haven't read it already, the Sanctified Essence is a artifact XP material. It gives 10,000 experience. Artifacts are themselves the physical manifestation of ideals and memories. Materials such as this contain distilled essence of power, therefore can make these memories and ideals stronger and clearer still. Alright. Sweet. Everyone's looking pretty good with health stuff, but what I'm also going to do is show you all a little feature in the backpack. This goes for weapons and for the artifacts too, but I'm going to go through and mark down one of each of these with this little lock feature. And what this will do is basically, since I don't have duplicates of these will not be able to be used by me later on. That way I can save one piece of each of them. Although in the long run, what I might actually do is when I start getting duplicate 3 stars, I'll probably just lock them with that. So maybe this was best just to show you as a feature though that can be done, because these don't really seem to change a whole lot. A whole lot. I don't know. I said whole lot. A whole lot between power levels with their stories. But like for example, I'd probably want to go and make sure that at least one of these each is marked down. Okay, let me just double check. Okay, Aether can have that be switched unless they're different. Okay, they are different, and so I'll probably keep them the way they are. And she doesn't have another one, so I will just keep everything the way it is. Alright. Oh, we got more achievements. Let me get this last achievement and then I think I will close out. I've also been terrible at reading achievements, so I'm going to try that a little bit more. But I'm going to go ahead and end over by the Dawn Winery because I just want to and I love that area. Ooh, and we can get a good view of the mountain too. Oh, I didn't realize that you could see those from here, but you see those
Whenever
little
you need me, I'll be
things that
there.
look like they're kind of like curving over. I think if I'm remembering right, I might be totally wrong, but those might be ribs, specifically dragon ribs. So, that area's gonna be pretty cool when we go over there eventually. But for now, I think I'm gonna end it off right here. I know this episode was kind of all over the place, and that's just because I realized that we were partway through a quest, and the last part of it didn't really take a whole long time. Plus, a lot of the newer quests are either related to unlocking stuff still within the story, or
You seem tired.
are
Would you like some
connected
tea? A
to
brew, some
something
tea
like
take sugar?
uh,
1 cube or 2?
a new region, like with the quest up here. But if you all did enjoy, feel free to, once again, like the video, comment down below if there's anything you'd like to see from this series. Like, maybe you do want me to spend a whole episode on daily commissions, or maybe you're really interested in the flora and fauna and want me to spend some time reading through all the descriptions of the flowers and the rocks and all that stuff like that. But if you did
Leave it to me.
enjoy,
All of it,
also feel
whatever it
free to
is.
subscribe,
What exactly is
and
it?
I will see
I didn't
y'all
quite
on the
catch your
next
request.
video. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy, and I will see y'all later. Take care, and goodbye.